We live in an era where attention is the most expensive commodity. Every second, the external world seeks to break your inner peace and focus. Millions of souls drift aimlessly through the digital noise, lost in a cycle of constant comparison and the relentless hum of modern, technological demands today. We are surrounded by constant connection, yet we feel more isolated than ever before, trapped in a vacuum of empty validation and endless scrolling cycles. But look at the lighthouse standing firm against the storm. It does not try to stop the wind or quiet the waves, it simply stands still. This is the concept of the inner citadel. It is a mental fortress designed to remain unshakable, regardless of the chaos swirling around your external life. Why is silence the ultimate weapon for those who lead? Because in the quiet, we find the strength to act with purpose, instead of reacting blindly. Your inner fortress is not built to hide from the world, but to give you a solid ground to stand upon when everything else is shifting. Silence is not the absence of sound, but the presence of self-mastery. It is the ability to maintain your center when the world loses its way. Let us explore how the great masters of history used this inner silence to dominate their fields and find true clarity in times of extreme crisis. Consider the legend of the monkey trap. The hunter places a sweet nut inside a coconut, waiting for the monkey to grasp the prize inside. The monkey is not trapped by the coconut, but by its own refusal to let go of the bait, even as the hunter slowly approaches it. In our modern lives, the smartphone has become the coconut. Every notification is a sweet bait that keeps our minds imprisoned in a state of stress. We grasp tightly onto things that do not belong to us, such as the validation of strangers, or the anger found in useless online political debates. Your inner peace collapses the moment you allow external triggers to dictate your emotions, turning you into a prisoner of your own primitive and sudden desires. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to stop wasting time debating what a good person should be. There is no more time for talk. Simply be that person. Epictetus taught that we should not explain our philosophy to others. Instead, we must embody it through our actions and the way we live daily. Living your truth is far more powerful than talking about it. Most of us spend our days arguing about life, instead of actually living it well. Your Faudai Noitum is built stone by stone through every small decision you make to stay calm when the world is screaming for attention. True power lies in the gap between a stimulus and your response. Choose to remain silent rather than feeding the fire of external chaos and noise. Release the nut. Let go of the need for approval. Only then can you pull your hand out of the trap and regain your lost freedom. Imagine the intense heat of a blacksmith's forge. Pressure is not meant to destroy you. It is the fire that prepares your soul for future greatness. A raw piece of metal is thrust into the white-hot coals, absorbing the energy of the fire until it glows with a fierce, radiant internal light. Each blow of the hammer represents the criticisms and failures we face. Instead of shattering, the metal becomes denser and more refined with every single impact. Successful people do not hide from adversity. They use it as a tool to forge their inner citadel into something unbreakable and extraordinarily resilient today. When metal meets cold water, it undergoes a transformation. The shock does not break the blade, it tempers it, making the edge sharper and stronger. When someone insults you, they are offering a burning coal. If you pick it up to throw it back, you are the one who gets burned. If you let the insult fall to the ground, it loses all power to harm you. You remain untouched by their internal negativity and bitter words. Learn to hold the stillness of deep water, absorb the heat of conflict, and transform it into the cool, hard strength of perfectly tempered industrial steel. Your character is not defined by what happens to you, but by how you choose to process the heat and pressure of your unique circumstances. The Faudai Noitums is your internal compass. When the storms of life try to spin you around, your core remains fixed on your values. Be like the stone bridge. Let the chaos flow beneath you. Do not let the mud of the world stain the integrity of your inner peace. Marcus Aurelius taught the principle of amor fati, which means not just accepting your fate, but truly loving everything that happens to you in life. Do not wish for reality to be different. When you fight against what is happening, you only create unnecessary suffering within your own mind and soul. Accept the flow of the universe as it is. When you build your inner fortress, every obstacle becomes fuel for the fire of your personal growth. Nghịch cảnh không chặn đường bạn. Nghịch cảnh chính là con đường. Like a fire that consumes everything thrown into it, your mind can use every setback, Amor fati is the ultimate psychological shield. It transforms you from a victim of circumstance into a master of your own destiny and internal narrative. The struggle is not an interruption of the journey. The struggle is the journey itself. Love the friction, for it is what makes you grow. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, how can I use this? This shift in perspective is the key to invincibility. The storm provides the lift. The crisis provides the opportunity. Your internal fortress thrives on the challenges that would break a lesser, weaker mind. Everything that happens is either a blessing or a lesson. When you embrace both equally, you become impossible to discourage or defeat in any arena. You cannot control the weather, but you can control your heart. Love the rain as much as the sun, and you will never be unhappy. Life finds a way when the mind is ready. Your faudai noitum is the fertile soil, where resilience grows even in the harshest conditions. Silence is not laziness. It is the period of silent accumulation, much like the growth of the Chinese bamboo tree deep beneath the visible earth. For 4 years, the bamboo shows nothing above ground, but underneath it is building a massive root system that spans dozens of meters in all directions. In the 5th year, the bamboo grows 80 feet tall in just 6 weeks. This sudden explosion of growth was only possible because of the silence. Without those years of hidden growth, the bamboo would snap in the first storm. Sustainable success comes from the years you spend training when nobody watches. The world sees the height, but they do not see the roots. Do not be afraid of the time when you are working in total obscurity. Seneca warned that people are careless with their time, even though it is the only thing we can never get back once it is gone. We treat our time as if it were free, giving it away to distractions and people who do not add value to our internal fortress's strength. Success is a lonely road built during the hours when others are sleeping or seeking cheap entertainment. Silence is the laboratory of the great. Patience is the foundation of the inner citadel. You must be willing to grow slowly to ensure that you can eventually stand tall and strong. Focus on your work, not the reward. The bamboo does not worry about how tall it is growing. It only focuses on the next inch. Mastery requires the silence of a craftsman. It requires you to be comfortable with your own company and the sound of your own quiet thoughts. Internal growth is often invisible to the outside world. Do not seek external validation for the progress you are making inside your own mind today. In the stillness, you become a mirror. You see the world as it truly is, rather than how your fears and desires want it to be. Align your internal state with your highest purpose. Like the bamboo, once your roots are set, your rise will be both swift and unstoppable. Your fortress is often attacked by an invisible enemy, overthinking. We suffer more in imagination than we ever do in our actual daily reality. We worry about things that have not happened yet and mourn over things that are already gone. This mental noise destroys the walls of peace. Seneca's wisdom is the match. Most of our pain is self-created in the dark corners of our minds. Light the candle of present moment awareness. Bring your attention back to the right now. The faudai noitum only exists in the present. The past and future are just ghosts. Marcus Aurelius said, "You become what you give your attention to." If you focus on your fears, you become a person defined by fear. Discipline your mind to stay within the walls of the present. Do not let your thoughts wander into the dangerous territory of what if. Control your narrative. When your mind starts to invent disasters, use your reason to dismantle those lies and return to the solid, hard facts. A quiet mind is a powerful mind. When you stop the internal chatter, you can see the solutions that were always standing right in front. Do not get lost in the reflections of your own ego. The faudai noitum is built on objective truth, not on your temporary feelings. Look at the stars and realize how small your problems truly are. In the grand scale of the universe, your anxieties are just tiny whispers. Liberate yourself from the prison of overthinking. Step into the light of action. A busy hand often leads to a very quiet and peaceful mind. It is time to stop being a passive receiver of noise. I challenge you to a 7-day journey to build your own inner citadel today. Turn off the notifications. Spend the first 30 minutes of your day without touching any digital device. Listen to the silence of the early morning. Read 10 pages of ancient wisdom. Let the thoughts of the masters replace the shallow opinions of the internet. Feed your soul with something timeless. Practice 10 minutes of absolute silence. Observe your thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. Do not judge them. Just let them float away. The world will not stop changing, but you can choose to be the lighthouse. You can be the one who stands firm while others drift. Are you ready to claim your power? Building a Phao Dai Nội Tum is the most important work you will ever do for your future self. Start right now. Do not wait for a better time. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Comment "I am in control" if you accept this challenge. Join the few who choose silence over noise and mastery over chaos. Your journey begins.